This is CT. I was watching Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan DBZ movie 8. Um, Man, that's a classic. I remember I saw that back in the day. I was like a kid when I saw that, so it's like a long time ago. But like now, if I look at it, you know, um, you know, I already know the story to this. Broly is the legendary Super Saiyan, and Paragus says, "Oh, we have to stop the legendary Super Saiyan." Of course, tells Vegeta, and he tricks Vegeta and all this other stuff. And then Goku's like, "Oh, um, Goku's like, hey, uh, Paragus, why don't you?"
Which chapter would you?
He's put up,
In the kennel.
yeah. Um, he's like, "Oh, this ain't He's like, why don't you tell Vegeta the truth?" He's like, "Vegeta, the legendary Super Saiyan is right here in front of you." He's like, "Stay out of this. You have no idea what you're talking about." And then Goku was like, "Oh, why don't you tell him the truth?" And then Vegeta gave this look at Paragus. It's like, "Huh?" It's like, "You tricked me?" Like, "Oh." And then the creatures on the planet, they realized Broly was he was the threat. You know, he destroyed their planet. And he was like, "Oh, it's him. That's him. He destroyed their planet." And I'm just sitting there like, "Oh." I remember watching this back in the day. Like, I was like, "Oh, wow." Because he was in his normal state. And, like, when he's in his, like, Super Saiyan form, but, like, when he's in his ultimate Super Saiyan form. But, like, now, it's just like, oh. And then Vegeta finds out that Peric is Broly's dad, tricked him. And it just kind of makes sense because, you know, Krillin's there, Bulma, Baby Trunks, Gohan was there, Roshi, um, who else? Um, all the characters were there, like Roshi, Vegeta, Oolong. All those characters were like there. They were on in like the beginning of the movie. Everybody was at a picnic, and then Goku and Chi Chi had to go to a school conference for like Gohan. Um, Gohan was like, I think, yeah, Gohan was like still in school at that time. You know, where Chi Chi wanted him to study and stuff, which kind of makes sense. You know, Gohan did all his schooling at school at home, and like 7 years later, Gohan is a teenager, but he's a little bit older. But he's still young, but a little bit older. But it kind of makes sense. Chi wanted him to study like she wanted him to, and it kind of makes sense. And I was like, when I found this out, you know, Gohan was still Gohan was still powerful, but he got weaker. You know, I I noticed that like when I first saw it, I mean he's strong, but you know his power kind of it wasn't the same when he was like a child. But I was like, wow. But like, I don't know. I guess I'm still a Gohan fan and Goku fan, but like that just that was a shocker. But you know, he studied and during the Dragon Ball Z movies, the Broly movies take place between I think between the is it the Buu arc, the Majin Buu arc. Um, so yeah, and I found out some news about Xbox. They're raising the prices for Xbox, and I also found out they took the Xbox off of the shelves of Walmart and Target. Um, I'm gonna be. I used to play the 360 era. The 360 was my thing, but then I just stopped. And, I had a 360. Never saw it again. That's another story for another time. But um, 360 was a good era for games. You know, um, there was like two games that I missed the most that I had. I don't have them no more. It was Broken Bond, Naruto Broken Bond, and Rise of the Ninja. Those two were really fun. I think I bought both of those games. I bought those games from a from a place, from like a swap meet. Um, well, yeah, Xbox is rising their prices. Um, and I can understand why things are getting a lot of expensive now, and the SNAP benefits has been cut. It's been cut. The SNAP benefits for like, you know, food stamps. It's been cut. I found this out Tuesday. No, I think it was Monday. I found out on Facebook. I'm like, man, what I'm gonna do for food? um, a lot of a lot of things are changing, and it's just, man. I had my food stamps card since April and March. I got it between March. That's crazy. Well, I hope they can just pay the bill and people can have their benefit, their food stamps, because I do know the government has to pay the bill, or they don't have to pay the bill. It's part of the funding, so that's what I do know. Man, Xbox raising their prices. Okay. Hmm. A lot of things are changing, man. I remember a game was just like, I think it was like back in the day, a game was like maybe like I think this was around 20 2015, 2018. Games were like $15 or $30 or $25. But now a lot of things are changing now. But that's what's going on. Um, yeah, I'm still like a Dragon Ball fan. Hmm. I don't know what to say with this Xbox price rising. I wonder what the Xbox fans think of this, because I'm trying to understand, like, why are they raising the prices? There's like a lot of stuff going on and stuff. So, but yeah, that's what's going on. And I have to wait for Mortal Kombat 2. It's going to be releasing I think 1 month from now. They say it's going to release in May. Um, that's about it. Yeah, they're trying to shut down the SNAP benefits now. Like, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get my food stamps back. Like, the government can pay the bill, but I think it's part of the funding and stuff for the government and all the other stuff. Um, That's what I like found out. I found out on Facebook, and I've also found out on the news. Great. But I'm not gonna worry myself to death on that.